No, and it's not because I got like $10 million. It's just because I'm good as I am. Why would I compromise my morals and ethics for more money when I have money? Something about that is so cringe to me personally. Like, I understand, you know, if you need to make money, right? For me to do cringe shit when I have I can't.
Or we could talk about her other close friends that took stake deals that gambled on a daily, which ended up using more of their audience than I did for Gamba, and actually had more stream hours on the sites than I did. What about those? Oh, okay, okay. Those aren't morally and ethically bankrupt, are they? Okay, got it. Makes sense. Leak the contracts. What? I think should leak theirs. I think it only makes sense at this point. I think people saying I don't do shit for money, right? They all have deals. Okay, listen. I'm not throwing them on the bus that hard, okay? I know their contract specifics because they told me, so I'm not gonna leak it. It ends up being public and then being public. Making kick to Gamba because a lot of people are doing it, right? And it makes a lot of sense because oh guys, it's some of the management and some of the people from stake. So
that's their entire funding.
Okay, right. So, are you for inhumane conditions for working and no union and all of that? Are you for that? Is that where your morals land?
I get it, dude. But proximity to those kinds of things matters a little bit. Is Amazon perfect? No. But what is this whataboutism?
Huh?
And listen, that's your take, right? You're saying for you, maybe Gamba a little bit bad, Amazon a little bit bad, so you're comfortable doing all these things, right? For me personally, I've taken such a strong stance against what stake does. For me to take money that comes literally directly from crypto gambling would be so silly.
Okay. Okay. And I feel like once I win the argument there, and you're just gonna go post back to saying, well, it's the unregulated one. Oh, there's some on Twitch? Well, these aren't as big. And well, Twitch is on trying to ban these ones. And well, and it seems like we're always moving the goalposts somewhere else when the arguments kind of lose traction. I think that's what this has been about pretty much. That was been the only problem.
I've seen a lot of people say, like, you know, moving the goalpost. My whole point with what I said is just saying that the goalpost has remained the same for me. I personally don't want to be affiliated with crypto gambling. I'm not for it. Do I love gambling in general? No, but I don't want that issue to become worse. That's it. So actually, the goalpost has remained the fucking same for me. If I started dick riding kick, then the goalpost has changed. Then all of a sudden I'm like, well, kick isn't stake in and of itself, so it's okay. That would be the goalpost changing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that in of itself, for your thing, kind of makes sense. I don't think that's what the goalpost was at. But okay, listen. I think the main point in all of this is that you weren't there in those talks, so I get you're working with less information overall, right? And I think you're making conclusions that are a bit too quick, right? Because
please tell me, what are these conclusions? How are they wrong?
Okay.
Like, I'm more than happy to know.
So, you know something called like a roadmap? You know, there's a roadmap and there's a game that really makes updates. Like they have a content roadmap. You know what that means?
Yes, they're plans as a company.
A roadmap.
I know what a roadmap is.
Right.
I've co-founded 2 companies off this.
Okay, so the roadmap for the website and the roadmap that I was in talks with, right? At first I was kind of like in the same idea as yours, right? And I started understanding that is not the goal and not the plan, and that is not the direction that they're going, and probably never will.
So I think what you're trying to say is that they are not looking to continuously profit off of crypto gambling. You know, they want to create other revenue streams. They want more of their revenue to come from perhaps streamers or subscriptions.
Oh shit! Stake always will. I'm sure Stake will, right? I'm sure that website will not. Stake will not become some charity thing. No, it's not always remain gamba. But what I'm saying is that the web.
What are we arguing?
Huh? Because steak isn't kick. Do you not understand what I'm saying? Is that kick is kick. This is like, it's a project. It's a thing that they're doing.
If steak wasn't kicked, why is steak funding them in their entirety?
Wait.
Are they different things? Yeah, but you can't just ignore the link between them.
Okay. Let's say I'm a lottery winner. I win lottery. All the gamblers, they buy lottery tickets. I win the whole thing. I win $1 billion. I put half of it, 500 mil, into making a competitor website. Are my endeavors clouded by Gamba? Are my things delegitimized by it? Is there a budget for?
Not hit the lottery. I don't think that's a fair analogy whatsoever. Steak made the lottery.
Okay, but at that point, if somebody uses the fund that they have, right, a portion of it, to make it a project that is on its own, it's a standalone project, to be a competitor of Twitch. Why?
You can't compare one person hitting the lottery to to a company that owns a crypto gambling website.
Okay.
That's just not a fair analogy.
So since you're all about the numbers, I'm sure you know how much money the people actually made off that website, right?
I don't. How would I know that? Do you know? It's clearly over 100 million.
It's pretty public. Yeah, they have a lot of money, and you understand that the project is not a crazy amount in comparison, right? The whole thing is not a lot in comparison. It's like a fun project, right? And from my understanding, having talked, not the train, not the degenerates, actual people at the top, right? They want to make a good product. That's it. They want to make.
For them, that's great.
Okay. And when the product is standalone from Gamba and nothing is linked directly to it in whatever fucking capacity you want that you want to make, and the people that are signed, nobody does Gamba. Everybody signs to just make content and be about live stream. Then what the fuck is the problem?
I'm not trying to tell you, objectively or not, if kick is a problem, okay? I'm just saying personally, the position that I hold in this industry, the things that I've stood for and against in the past, I personally would not make that change due to where the money that is funding kick and all of the streamers that it signs exclusively comes from. I am not okay with that root source and the proximity to it. That's it. And if someone else wants to make a different decision, or the website becomes good and people enjoy it, that's great.
Well,
I'm just speaking personally to me.
Yeah, and I get that. Except then you spoke for me, saying I'm okay with those things when I'm not okay with that concept. The way you put it, that's not even why I was in it to begin with. So like you kind of just spoke for me.
What concept are you not okay with?
Oh, that I'm somehow like morally bankrupt for the decision that I've made or whatever. Because
I didn't call you morally bankrupt. I said this is where my morals and ethics stood in the past, and it would be weird for me to change my stance on them just being offered multi-million-dollar contract. I specifically said for you made you did partnerships with Stake. You've always been okay with that, right? If you think that's morally void, that's you.
And then I was also after learning and in talks, I've understood that I genuinely believe, and I wouldn't have signed it if this was a whole 2 Gamba operation. I don't think you understand it. I would have never signed it. Because
does your contract have a stipulation?
Nope, zero. If you sign an NDA, I'll show the entire thing, right? And I'll give you the right.
That's fun.
And I'll give you the right to say whether or not there's anything of Gamba in it.
That's kind of fun.
Be careful though. When there's NDA though, it means that you can't say shit about anything, which is kind of, you have to be careful. Because
I didn't know that.
Well, I'm just saying that.
Yeah, of course.
I would give you the right to say that there's no Gamba at the end. That's it. If that's the truth. Otherwise, not. Sounds fair enough?
I mean, sure.
Okay, let's do that then.
First NDA pog.
Okay.
Okay, regardless, do you now understand what I was saying? And how it's not only that it was impersonal towards you, I actually separated it in a way where it's like, that does not make xQc bad because his opinion has been the same from the start.
Yeah,
Just
well,
like my opinion has been the same from the start.
I just feel like
you leak
I
me
just
50K
I just feel like if since you don't have the vision, you don't understand it, right? Is that you don't say things like, oh, like it's about my dignity and whatever about your thing. It's because when you say, oh, for me moral ethic, for me dignity, and then for him blah blah blah, it by implication it's kind of like shots fired that I don't have those things. That's just kind of how it is. Like by default,
I
it's how you're gonna sound.
totally understand how it might sound that way, but that wasn't my intention. And the reason I mentioned you is so that it would make it clear that I am speaking to how it would look for me specifically.
What?
Your dignity kind of goes down when your opinion changes based on how much money someone's willing to give you. But for you, right, that should not be applicable or the case because you have stood by it the whole way through. So I don't know why you or anyone else would implicate yourself. Like the shoe doesn't fit, right? It shouldn't fit.
Okay, inherently, that does make sense. I think just the way you word it kind of implies it by default. So like it kind of does make sense. It's
No,
just
yeah,
like, it's
honestly,
just like the
I
dignity
thought
part.
that the way I worded it might implicate that too, which is why I tried to call out you as an example where it makes sense for you, but it wouldn't make sense for me.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Especially the dignity part though. I feel like
Also, I think your viewers are whispering my subs and harassing them. If
okay, chat, don't do that. Don't do
maybe that
shit.
could not happen, that would be nice. Like, let's be for real. Also, me and X, we're friendly enough that we can just hop on a call. It's gonna be okay, okay? We can all relax a little bit.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, it did sound.
And also, X, I'm sure throughout your career there has been a lot of people who maybe like say one thing to you and then say some shit on stream. Like, you know, I've been there, done that. I don't want to be one of those people. So if it ever seems that way, let's just talk it out.
Yeah, fair enough. No. I mean, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so the only problem is that it's always by implication. And something that Hassan does a lot. That's all. It does that a lot. He did that last couple days. It's always by implication.
I am not Hassan.
I know. Well, it does sound like that to people, and then people build
me?
this. Because
Yeah.
okay, let me tell you. Because okay, listen. Everything I do in life is all in, right? And I know for a fact that at our points in I guess wealth or money, you understand that if there's not something that makes you feel fulfilled, no matter how much money you have, you're gonna be fucking miserable, right? And it's why it took so many months for me to consider this deal initially, because I had to believe in the project. I had to believe that it was something that could be doable. If I had a part in making it successful and making it a competitor and actually coming out on top, that was like super like how would you call that? Like holy fuck. If even if the stream part ends up not being too crazy, what about it? I don't think it matters that much because I want to make decisions and do cool shit that's like, you know, it's like almost like a passion project. And the passion itself I have in the project is enough self-fulfillment, right? That money can't buy. Right? And that's something that on Twitch I haven't had in a long time.